What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of the DeepWater Podcast. We got a big one for you today. We got an interview with one-time Indiana State champion, two-time Minnesota State champion, NCAA qualifier,
and brother of Bobby Steveson. So, as you know, Chris has been on cloud nine since he told me that Bobby Steveson is from Indiana, and Gabe from Indiana. So I'm not hearing the end of it. So I don't like none of that, but it's cool. I'll live with it.
Yep. All right. Yep. So he'll be on about 8:15, working out some of the technical stuff right now, and we'll be good to go.
All right. So let everybody know what's going to be happening today, Chris. Let the fans know what we're doing today.
So we're going to do our interview with Bobby Steveson. Then we're going to talk about some world team trial action, and we're going to talk about some UFC. We had some big UFC fights a couple weeks ago, and we're going to talk about them. Oh, look who decided to join us.
Uh-oh.
Oh, everybody, welcome Mateo to the podcast.
Oh, look who drunk some milk and decided to be a big boy. Coated his stomach.
Yeah.
Well, introduce yourself. Tell the fans who you are.
Tell them who you are, where you wrestled at, what your.
I wrestled at the University of Cumberland.
All right.
What'd you do there?
First of all, talk for your diaphragm like you fully grown. Talk like a man and talk into the mic.
Mateo, do some technique Tuesdays, and the University of Cumberland.
Oh, it works. All right, good.
All right, we got a guest on real quick, so let's go ahead and bring him on. Bob, what's good?
Yo, how y'all doing?
Doing pretty good.
Good, how you doing?
Yeah, man. Doing good, man. Doing good.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me, man.
Appreciate your time.
All right, so this is a DeepWater Podcast. We take stuff into the deep waters. Now, we're not going to take you there because it's your first time here. We're going to warm you up to it. And then we go from there. So can you catch the fans up? Tell us who you are. Give us your history. I mean, we already know everything that we need to know on our end, but let the fans know who you are.
Yeah, so name's Bobby. I wrestled at the University of Minnesota, wrestled throughout high school, college, WWE stuff, and then now we're doing country music.
Nice. I see you're dropping a new song. Can you tell us what that's called and what kind of inspired it?
Yeah, it's this new song. Just growing up, and then there's a bad feedback.
Okay, so you got
You can hear the feedback.
I got you. No problem. That's on me.
Yeah, I'm like.
All right, you good to go.
Things that they went through growing up too. I'm sure we've all been to church. I'm sure we've all been to church, and people act different within those 3 hours when they're in church, and then when you get outside the church, it's a whole different person. So those experiences in my time, when I would go to church and I'd see kids there and whatnot, and hang out with the kids. Then I get outside of the church, and the kids are like totally different kids. Like they're like the baddest kids in class. So in a way, it's kind of like funny, but also like kind of like taking the shot at people, I guess, but in a positive way. So it's nothing about like attacking anyone that goes to church. It's more so just like people that don't like going to church because they like energy in the room. But we also still praise God and represent our Lord to the best way we can.
Okay, so I have a question. So, how'd you get into country music?
So I kind of always sang when I was younger. I always enjoyed watching Barney when I was little. So I'd always sing along to those songs, and my mom had like the little microphone that I would run around the house singing to and whatnot. So then it was in college, like in 2019. Matter of fact, in like 2015, I went to University of Minnesota. And, sorry, I'm just catching the feedback. I'm like 3 seconds behind.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to adjust it. Keep going.
Catching the feedback. I'm like 3 seconds behind. Yeah, so I went to the University of Minnesota, and I was around all them farm boys, and then I was like, I kind of liked it, and then I just got, and then I started singing, messing around, and put like a song out in like 2019. Put another song out in last year around this time. I enjoy like making the connection with people. Like when we have like get-togethers and stuff like that. I like to play DJ because I always like to see people's reaction when I play music. If you're at a bar or something like at a club and everyone's like, "Oh," so
Yeah.
I've always kind of like enjoyed. I've always kind of like enjoyed making that connection with people.
Well, I'm a big country music fan, so I'm going to check it out when it drops on the 29th, right?
Yeah, it's the 29th. Yeah, it'll be on all major streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. For the old heads. Pandora. We got there for everyone.
Okay, so
I don't know those ones.
so you wrestled. You did every macho sport a man could do, and then you just add country wrestling onto it. So
Yeah.
in your mind, do you see yourself as an artist all the time?
I'm still making the transition to it. But like, obviously, like all the cool stuff I got to do in my past, I'm obviously real grateful that I've able to like meet people and like create those fans like WWE or like people that see me grow up.
Mm-hmm.
That's so grateful for that. So, like, I never like you always see stuff on Twitter where people are like, "Don't take a picture with me," or people act like they're too cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm a person who just like want to do whatever. But no, I'm definitely trying to make the full time commitment to country music. So people like do see me, they're like, "Oh, you do country music," like, and instead of like I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're the wrestler." You know?
Cause that's what I was
Pretty
thinking.
good though.
So you were with. How'd you get into WWE?
Yeah. So I graduated in 2020, so right before COVID, and WWE called me, and then they were like, "Hey, do you want to come down for a tryout?" And I was like, "Sure." And I was like, "How many days?" It was funny too, because like when they called me, the boss at the time, he called me. I hunt, so he called me in November. So I was in a blind hunting for deer,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't seeing deer. I wasn't seeing deer the whole time. And he called me, and I was almost debating declining the call because like I'm in the middle of a hunt. So like, I was like, "Screw it." I picked up the phone, and then we had like a 20-minute conversation. And by the time I looked up, there was a doe right in front of me. Like she already knew I was there, and then she just took off. So I was like, "All right, the hunt's over, but at least I got a cool job coming up."
So
Of course,
was it?
Murphy's
All right,
Law.
go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Chris. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
I said, of course, Murphy's Law. He's waiting for a deer. It's always at the last second. You think as soon as you pack up to go home, deer show up. It's like they know
Yeah,
every time.
yeah.
So
So
was
I
it
heard-
because of your wrestling accolades that they reached out to you? How they choose? And I'm not saying it in a different way. How they choose you specifically? With big as WWE is, what was their attention for you?
Um, no, I we got it out in Raw, and we got to see Brock Lesnar, and then we met Triple H and stuff like that, and then man, are you graduated? I'm like, "No, I'm not graduated yet."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "All right, when you graduate, let me know." And then COVID hit, so I was like on a waiting list for like 8 months to come down. So I could have been there if COVID wasn't there, I could have been there like in 2020.
Okay.
So like I had to wait 8 months. So like obviously like you know I wasn't like the biggest wrestling fan growing up because like I did the real stuff, so I kind of like laughed at what was going on over there. But then once I got in there and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So like with my tryout, I definitely blew them away with my athleticism and like my promo skills, and then like just the way I moved in the ring, and it made the work for the trainer it's a heck of a lot easier because I already knew how to roll and grab someone and move them and stuff like that. So it was like an instant click. So they called me literally like 4 days later, and they're like, "Hey, here's your contract," and then they're down. They made it.
Okay. So once you got into it, did you find a love for it? You go, okay, I like this, or you go, okay, this is just
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you.
And no, I enjoyed it. It was fun. Like at first, like people that don't know it, it's a lot goes into it, and it is really dangerous.
Yeah.
And then it's like a choreographed fight. You have to go out there. You have to. It more goes into it instead of just like hitting each other or slapping each other or beating each other up. You're in charge of like someone else's body, so make sure they don't get hurt, and they make sure you can't get hurt. So like they take it real serious for who they let on TV because you're in front of millions of people, and if you look like a clown or you hurt someone, that make the company look too. So like they just don't put on TV, you know.
Okay.
But a lot goes into it. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Like at first, I was trying to be the tough guy,
Yeah.
but then slowly to get into it more, I was like, okay, I got to peel back and stop caring what other people think about me, and just like let loose and just be fun and goofy. And that's when I really found like my itch and like my enjoyment in it.
Okay. Go
That
ahead,
sounds
Chris.
awesome. So, Bobby, we're going to see you next weekend.
Oh yeah,
Can you
Yeah.
why we're going to see you and where we're going to see you at?
yeah. So it's a big weekend next week. White Sox Field, day at 12:30. This is my second year back there, and then we're watching. Zaps tops. So everyone's welcome. It's all ages. We're gonna have raffles. We're gonna have. I think we have like a big grill that we're gonna like auction off for like stupid cheap. And then we're just gonna have like it's a fun environment. Kids are welcome, all ages. We're gonna have real American beer there. It's gonna be a good time. It's good food. We're just gonna have fun.
Real
Okay,
American
cool.
beer,
There it
baby.
is. There it is. Yeah.
There it is, right there. Woo. Those are good people right there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be in Illinois, and it starts at
Yep.
5 p.m., correct?
Yep.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. Coach D.
Yeah.
over
So
here is
we've been.
So
My bad. Go ahead.
So Bobby, let me tell you, Chris is hardcore Indiana. He lives it, breathes it. He thinks there's no other state on the planet other than Indiana. So I give him a hard time. So when he told me you were from Indiana, I said, God, I can't even shit on Indiana now because we're talking to you. So
Yeah.
I'll wait till you get off.
Now I was there until 2013.
Okay.
Then we moved to Minnesota. So it was pretty much just won the state title, and then like 3 weeks later, we were already in Minnesota in a snowstorm.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So
So
It snows a little more there
is
than here.
wrestling part of the family? Like dad, uncles, everybody did it, or how did you get into wrestling?
my older brother wrestled,
Okay.
and then my dad was our coach. He had a pretty big wrestling club in East Chicago, Indiana. So it was pretty much we always make the joke that we were wrestling when we came out of the womb. I don't know if I can say that on here,
No, you
but
can.
You can literally say whatever
so
you
it was just so it was just like just right into it, and there was never any pressure to wrestle.
Yeah.
Like even like when we started to get into a little more organization of like drills and stuff like that, there was never no pressure. Like you need to go to practice, you need to do this, you need to do that. My dad never pressured me to do it. It was more so like I had that own competitive. Like there were times when I was younger, I hated to lose so bad, and like if my dad knew that I was going to lose a match, or like towards the end of the clock is ticking down and I'm losing, he would start to stand up and he would like be ready to grab me because I hated to lose so bad. If I had the headgear, I'll slam the headgear, mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Mouthpiece is going flying across the gym. I'm getting kicked out of the tournament. I just hated losing so bad.
Yeah.
And then I think that drive just came best. And yeah.
So your oldest brother did it. So all the brothers did it, correct?
Yeah, we all did it. Yeah,
so
we all
it means
did it.
everybody trained together. So that's how everybody got good because you always trained together.
Yeah, one brother was always whooping up on the next one, and then the next one took that anger on the next one.
There you go, rites of passage. I love it.
That sounds
Yeah,
like
and there was
that sounds like my house.
So we had we used to have practice in our garage. We had mats. My dad would pull out. I mean, he had like a space heater to make it in the garage.
Yeah.
And again, we would just be in there fighting. Like people like we had to be like really selective, like who can come into the garage, because like obviously something's gonna break off in the fight and the hole's gonna be in the wall, But it leveled everyone up. I think a lot of kids kind of lose that edge, or like they're like afraid to get in there and get nasty, and like, it's okay to fight. We're still gonna be friends, not fighting to hurt each other. Or just fighting to get a takedown to be the best.
So did everybody in your family, achieve high levels? Like the oldest, won championships. You won championships.
Yeah.
And okay.
Yeah, so it was good. It was good. It was just competitive between everyone. Like I said, everyone whooped up on everyone. Like my dad coached us until we moved to Apple Valley, and then that's when we had like the University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Like those wrestlers would come down and run our practice, and we would wrestle with those guys. So then my dad was like, okay, obviously they know more than me, so we would have like Dustin Slater, Luke Becker, Brandon Eggum.
Dang.
We got invited to go to the wrestling room too. I think it was something too, like you had to be like top 3 in the state in order to go into the Gopher wrestling room.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you, until we went in there, we would not get a takedown. Yeah, like we would at the time. I think they were number 2 or 3 in the country.
Yeah.
So we were just wrestling the hammers, and we were just getting our butt whooped for like 2 hours straight, not getting a takedown, not getting the legs, and they were just getting beat up the whole time in that wrestling room. And then we would go back to high school, and then we just smashed everyone there because we got smashed all summer.
High schoolers legs, it's like going back to wrestling in elementary school once you wrestled D1 guys all summer.
Room for allowing like kids to go into their room and help them level up.
Yeah. So go ahead, Chris. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
I know you gotta. I don't know how long you're gonna be on here or not, but I want to get. What's your?
We got some time. Let's do it.
Okay. What do you think about the organization RAF? Do you like where it's going? Do you think it's huge for the sport? Like I've loved it so far. Do you like the direction they're going and what it's going to do for wrestling as a whole?
Yeah, I think it's real good because like people that don't know, like wrestling doesn't pay anything, unless like you're going to a Penn State, RTC, or like Iowa, or all these other places that are actually like paying you real money to live on. But like I think like some of those guys, like if you the guy, you're only getting paid I think like $1,500 a month.
Yeah.
And you're the best guy in the country. You're representing the United States, and you're only getting paid $1,500 a month. Yeah. Like it's not reasonable. So I think that's like why so many people that they have to have a job unless they got like sponsorships with like Brutus, Reebok, or like Nike wrestling and stuff like that, just to have something.
Yeah.
But with RAF doing this and like giving college kids an opportunity to make money, and bringing like UFC guys in that we've all looked up to, like you guys know who they bring in and stuff like that. It's real good because it gives kids like the younger kids something to look forward to. Like, hey, I can wrestle after college. I might not be the best guy on the USA team, but like there might be opportunity for me to go make some money in RAF if you get booked doing so. But I think it's real good. I think it's real good.
It's no longer you no longer have to like be the top one or two guys in the country and wrestle at the Worlds or Olympics and try and get gold medal bonuses or silver medal bonuses or any of that. Now it's opening up the depth part of, okay, I could be fifth, sixth, seventh best guy in the country and I can go get a paycheck. I think to me, I think that's like one of the biggest differences.
Yeah, no, it's real good too because like you see like in like Iran or Russia, like Sadalayev, those guys get paid like they're like gods over there, and like they're the number one guy. But then you get the number one guy over here that wins the Olympics. No, great, but like will they win like 250,000, which is like $60,000 a year or something like that.
Yeah.
But then you got guys over there, they're living in mansions, they come home to new cars, they come home to parades, and like they're getting treated like they're gods over there. So it's just like I wish important without like having to like get like a crazy Nike deal or like a crazy bunch of other things. I think their hard work should be rewarded for that.
Yeah. So I work with Gamma USA, and we deal with youth MMA. So we do youth and amateurs. And whenever we go to international tournaments, I mean, all those nations, their teams are fully funded. The nation pays for everything. So they're bringing huge teams. They're bringing the best of the best. Their training is paid for. Everything is paid for. And we got to pull a team together and hope the parents can afford for us to. So our best have not even got to the international tournament yet because we got to get the money to get there. So it's sad that we can't compete internationally because we can't afford it. That should not be that way. Yeah.
No, it's tough, man. I think there has to be a change, but I'm not in charge of that one.
Yeah, but let me ask you this: since you're with the WWE, I'm big on branding.
I was with them.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, was so when you were there, how did they talk to you about branding yourself as a athlete? You know what I'm saying? Be able to market yourself, how to talk on the mic, how to sell yourself. Did you go through classes for that, or they said, hey, pick a lane and stay there? How did they coach you on that?
Yeah, so at the Performance Center, we would have promo class like once or twice a week, and so like we would have in-ring work too.
Yeah,
and we would like be put into groups where similar to the skill level or like the TV talent, they would all be in their own group.
Yeah,
and they would separate it into like 2 or 3 groups. So we were like the top class, and then like the newer guys that come in, they would start as beginners.
Yeah.
So we're like working with the same people that are like same level as us or above us. And like promo class, we would have, like I said, promo class 2 or 3 times a week. They would give us like a topic to talk about, or we just go in there and like I won't say play around. It was pretty structured, and it's kind of like up to you to find yourself.
Yeah.
Like you have to you have to find your character. Like they'll help enhance your character, or like if they see something in you, they're like, okay, we're going to use you. This is the direction you're going to go. Kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
And if you don't figure it out, there's like 50 other people that will figure it out.
Right.
Because me and Chris, me and Chris debate because I come from MMA, so I come from shit talking, right? Chris comes from the culture of wrestling, so you don't shit talk. You're disciplined, self-respect, all that kind of good stuff. But that don't make you no money if you can't run your mouth and get people to buy into you. That's kind of where we lose. So we fight tooth and nail. I go, yeah, we talk about Dake. I go, he's good, but he can't talk in the mic. You know what I'm saying? So we go through that. So it's funny how you say that you had to develop your character so that you can sell yourself. That's basically what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, even like when it came to like social media and stuff like that, they would like tag you and stuff. And like if you have a big moment, they would help you out.
Yeah,
Like because it's their brand too. They got to post something.
exactly.
So you're just they would help you, but it's also up to you to like figure out your audience and what gets you clicks when you're not in the ring.
Yeah. So what
But
would
we're
you tell
figuring that
the
out
new
ourselves.
the new generation of athletes today about getting into sports in general? Like whether it be wrestling, whether it be WWE, whether it be whatever they're gonna do, what would you tell them today in today's market?
I mean, like especially with like the NAL, there's money out there. So
Yeah,
like there ain't nothing for free no more if you got a name.
yeah, yeah,
Right.
Which it's like it sucks to say that because like when you want to help your community out, you want to help grow wrestling, but it's also like, hey, I got to get paid too. Like I got mouths to feed, or like I got college rent to pay. But I think it's like the best thing is just everyone has a camera now,
yeah.
so don't act a fool and like stay around good people and put your money in good places and don't buy the most expensive car when you get the check or the nice chain or the nice Rolex and stuff like that
Yeah.
because all that
Are you
stuff
are
will
you saying
come.
are you saying that from
Huh?
experience? Are you saying
Dude, I've
are
known,
from
bro.
experience?
I've no, I've known friends that were like on the football team and basketball team, and they would like have like all like when I was in college, they had all this nice stuff. Like they would go to class and like $800 shoes, $500 t-shirts, have the watch and stuff like that. Because in their mind, they think they're gonna make it to the league,
Yeah.
and then when
Right.
those 4 years run out and you don't make it to the league, their credit's bad, and those $500 shoes they trashed them at the party,
Mm-hmm.
and they're even more broke when they came into college.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm just like,
I
and now like kids are getting serious money. You can't blow all that money because like some of those kids are getting paid. That's like you're getting paid, so don't blow that. Like you don't have to
I,
work. You know what I mean?
I almost kind of wish NIL got paid into like instead of paying the kids directly, NIL would be set up where a trust gets opened up in the athlete's name, and for the 4 years they're in college, the money goes into like an untouchable like investment fund for at least 4 years, and then when they're done with college, they can access the money. So they got 4 years to grow up. I know it won't happen.
25% of it or something. You
Well,
Yeah,
know,
like
yeah.
like
Right
25%
now,
or like half it or something.
but see, the
yeah,
thing
like
is,
some portions get set aside.
everybody's in your pocket now. So if you're a
Yeah,
star,
yeah,
your manager want a piece, your coach want a piece, your family wants a piece. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
so everybody around you gonna be telling you we're not gonna do that because they want a piece today. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'd require like they're talking about doing NIL legislation. It would require something in legislation to make it a thing where some portion has to get set aside for the future or something. But I know it's not going to
Mm,
happen. It'd be nice to protect the kids a little bit because I remember when I was
yeah, yeah.
21, my kids are 19, 20, 21. They're adults, but
Hmm.
they still need dad to keep them from doing dumb stuff sometimes.
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
think about all those parents where the kids going to basketball and the parent wants the kid to go to one college, then that kid ends up going to another college, and the mom walks off the freaking stage because the
Yeah,
kid don't
yeah,
go where he wants him to go. Think about that kind of pressure. You,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah. You throw
I'm
money
lucky. I'm
involved
so
and then everyone
old.
wants their rent paid and car payment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I guess in a way I'm lucky that I grew up broke and we didn't have that kind of money back then. So I learned how to work
Mm.
hard because nothing was going to come our way. But my parents would have probably assassinated me to get if I knew what they were going to get $10 million, $50 million. They would have buried me for that money. So I came out lucky.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't care where my
That's funny.
kids went to college as long as they went, and I didn't have to pay for it. I didn't care where they went.
Yeah, yeah,
So Bobby,
yeah. That's funny stuff.
let's get back to your music for a second. So what was the moment? Because like I said, you were doing big things with you had a successful wrestling career, then your WWE. What made you go? You know what? Music is better. What was that one moment that you knew? Okay, music is where I want to be. What was that moment?
When I woke up and my back and neck weren't hurting every day. No, but
Fair
like
enough.
there's like obviously like when you jump to new, like you have if it's gonna work.
Yeah,
Like you guys do a podcast. I'm sure you guys question yourself is this gonna work? Are we gonna get somewhere with this? But like with music too, he's like I'm my and I'm like I question myself and I do are people gonna listen to me? Am I gonna get some type of traction off of this? So like I definitely question myself. And I think a lot of people too. Anyone that does anything new, like questions are good. So like kind of like for me, they reached out to me to come play on the festival. They had guys on there like Parker McCollum, Treaty Oak Revival, Red Clay Strays, and they had over 20,000 people there each day for a 3-day event.
wow.
Are you
Oh, they
are you going on? You plan on any tours or anything? You got hooked up with anybody that's gonna let you open for them or anything yet? Or are you just kind of still getting
we're closing on some stuff.
Really?
Closing on some stuff. Like, definitely rolling. So like I can't say the name. I had a pretty good phone call with the person.
nice?
Because I was
So
gonna say, hey,
might be having a pretty.
I know a bar called Bender's Bar and Grill that would definitely pick you up.
Yeah.
Well, you ever swing by
So
old Indiana on a tour? You let me know. I'll slide right in there.
yeah,
I'll come check it out.
yeah. So I'm
Bobby,
just waiting to hear back.
so Bobby, here's the funny part, because my dad sings gospel. He's been singing all his life,
Mhm.
right? I can't sing a lick, but my son can sing, right?
Mhm.
How'd you know you could sing?
Uh, I think I did. I had to find where I fit in with my
Yeah,
voice
yeah,
because like I don't sound like no Chris Stapleton.
yeah.
I don't sound like gospel.
Mm-hmm.
So like I had to find where my voice is best at instead of trying to pretend to sound like other people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes everyone unique. If I sound like everyone else, I don't stand out.
Yeah,
So like I found my groove of just like being a little bit more laid back. I'm not like extremely lyrics like a Chris Stapleton. But like when you listen to the song come out or you listen to some of my stuff on Spotify,
mm-hmm.
it makes you feel something. So especially next week when it comes out, I think everyone's gonna really relate to that song. So, but,
Okay. So I'll give you a funny story, because my dad wanted me to get into music, right? And I was just a hard headed wild man, right? But we all have a temper in our family. We have a temper. My dad, the biggest. So he was like, sit down and learn this, right? So I hated it so bad, right? I took a L, and everything he give me, I'll break it. So I'd break the guitar, get a beating. He give me some drums, I'd break those, get a beating. So then he finally realized, okay, I'm gonna end up killing my child. So I might want to let him not take an instrument. 'Cause I just couldn't get into it like he
yeah,
could. He was just such a natural at it. He used to write.
good man.
So so what do you want everybody? If you had to pick one thing, what would you want people to know about you?
Um, bitch face, but I'm also a teddy bear. You know, I'm a nice dude. I think I have a real big heart. I care for people, probably a little too much, but I just like having fun. You know, being able to see like like old teammates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm just looking forward to having a good time. You know, there's no stress. You know, just get everyone together. That's the main thing I want to do. Is like I'm from the area. I was like, why not? You know, watch wrestling. See all my old friends. Hopefully meet new people, and then just drink some beer and hang out, man.
There you go.
That
And
sounds like a
Yeah.
win.
and it's funny. A lot of
Yeah.
aggressive guys are teddy bears. Like I come from the Marine Corps,
Yeah.
right? In the Marine Corps, I was mean as a snake. But when I'm hanging
Mm-hmm.
out with people that I enjoy, I'm happy go lucky. Nothing phases me. But I got that
Mm-hmm.
switch where once that switch is hit, it's gonna be chaos. You know what I'm saying? Are you that way
Yeah.
too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you that way too, or it's hard to get you angry?
Now I've learned to control it.
Yeah,
Um, well, it especially too, just like I'm representing myself at a larger level,
yeah,
and I'm also like representing other people too.
yeah,
So like if I get in trouble, it spirals.
yeah.
You know, so I can't do that. So I usually just leave. People want to be if people want to be tough, like, you got your tough guy out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is the Stevenson name like tradition? Like the name is big for the family. Everybody said, "Hey, your name is your name," like that, or how? How would you think it?
What do you mean?
Because the Edie's, even though the Edie's are small, our name is big for us. We're proud Edie's. You know what I'm saying? Our name matters. So if I go out there and act a fool, I'm embarrassing the Edie
Oh
name.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. And no, it's big. You can't. My parents raised us right. We treat everyone the same:
Yeah.
black, white, purple, Asian. If you're good to us, we're good to you. We don't care about none of that.
Now
I always
I ain't gonna lie. I know you got some size on you, but if I would have ran up to you in the airport, and we got to talking, and you said you sing country music, I'd be like, what the fuck? What? I probably would like I don't
Yeah.
sing it, but
Yeah. The most fit and strongest athletic country singer that you'll ever meet.
exactly. So hey, I'm looking
hey
forward to
man,
it, man. I'm looking forward to it. This is gonna be
uh,
fun.
Yeah.
there's some
It's
there were
a
some
good time.
big dudes that were country singers. They were large men. Like Toby Keith was a large human being.
Yeah. I got to meet him right before he. So we were
Yeah.
at a bar. It was like for some fishing event we got invited to, and then someone's like, "Yo, do you know that's Toby Keith over there?" And I was like, "Where?" Because I was expecting some big dude, but this was like he was sick already. He had like the stomach thing going on,
Yep.
and then I went up to him. I was like, "Yo, man, big fan." Shook his hand, pulled me in. He said as a joke. He was like, "You're the only black guy in here," and, and I was like, I was like, "I'm used to it. We're all good." And we had a good laugh. And we had a little chat. It was pretty cool.
That was me in
Yeah.
Wisconsin because we got some guys we met with Raf, and they have a
Mm-hmm.
bar called Blender's Bar and Grill. So
Mm-hmm.
I went to see them to do some media, and it was
Mm-hmm.
literally like I thought Hell's Angels was there. I was like, what am I doing here? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had no backup. I didn't know where I was at. I said, what am I doing? But
And it was the middle of
best bunch of
and it was the
guys.
middle
Mm-hmm.
and it was the middle of winter, so there's snow everywhere. You're from South Carolina. You really have no idea what's going on right now.
I was miserable. I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
miserable, but
Mm-hmm.
I had some of the best food that I've ever had in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So that key thing is, the best kept secrets is when you go somewhere that you don't expect nothing to happen and everything happens. It was great music. They brought in, blues bands and great food. I had such a good time. And there was 3 black
Mm-hmm.
people total. And I had the
That's fun.
best
That's a good
time.
time. That's good stuff.
All right, so you got anything coming up that you want the fans to know about?
Yeah. May 29th, I Don't Go to Church comes out. You can find it on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, everywhere. Saturday night, we'll be at Zap Tacos, drinking real American beer, eating tacos, having a good time. All are invited, all ages. Come on out.
So I heard we're watching on a projector. Is that true? A big old projector.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, they got a projector going on. Then they have all the stuff, all the these and stuff. So no, it's gonna be a party, man. We're gonna throw a party.
We'll be bringing some. I'll be bringing you a shirt. I'll bring you a DeepWater shirt next week.
Oh, yeah.
For you. I made sure to get one.
Now,
At least one
2X.
2XL.
No, I was gonna say what 3X, 4X, 2X. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
2X.
I told make sure I have at least one 2XL, at least minimum.
Yeah. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right, so make sure you bring enough beer because Chris can drink a little bit now. You gotta keep an eye on that.
Yeah, we'll bring some beer. I might have some tequila too.
Uh-oh.
I was a sailor, so I can do it. I'll keep up. Don't you worry.
All right, I'm down, man. I'll be seeing you guys, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right, no problem, man.
Appreciate
Hey, have a good time, man, and we'll definitely catch up.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Bobby Steveson, everybody.
You old people love you some beer.
That's right.
All right,
That was awesome.
that was great. That was
He's a
great.
good dude.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
So we got we got lucky on
Make
that
sure you
one.
guys check out his new song coming out on the 29th. If you live near the Chicagoland area, on May 30th, we're having a watch party starting at 5 p.m. for RAF 09. DeepWater's going out there. We're going to cover it, and we're going to have a good time. Have some food, drink some beer, watch RAF. Can't beat that.
Smoke some crack. Just kidding.
All right, so we're sorry about the buffering, guys, but we'll fix it so it won't happen again. So
Yep. It's so hit or miss sometimes, man. I don't understand it sometimes.
and all the numbers are good, so I have no idea.
There's not even anybody in my house really either, so I don't know what's going on. But thank you guys for sticking with us. We got some more wrestling and some MMA to talk about tonight.
All right, and we got a whole bunch of controversies, so let's go ahead and start off with the one that I'm curious about from Chris. Mason Parris.
Mason Parris. I have never in my entire life been watching a wrestling match where someone gets pinned, a challenge brick gets thrown, and the pin gets overturned, and then the guy who got choked out and pinned rises from the dead like and somehow comes back, wins the match 14-11 in an absolute barn burner to win the match, go to Final X, and get a rematch with Wyatt Hendrickson at Final X. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So you weren't expecting it to happen, or what?
I've never seen a pin get overturned in my entire life watching wrestling. I didn't even know a pin was an overturnable call. I didn't even know that was a call you could throw a brick on and challenge.
Yeah, that should be illegal.
Okay, I missed that. So it was a pin. Okay, I got you. I missed that part. Okay.
Yeah, so he had a head and arm, and he's wrenching on it because he's trying to expose him, right? He's trying to throw it like this. And Parris is fighting it, and at some point he just like went out like a light, rolled over. They call the pin, and he's just on the mat like trying to wake back up, and is cornered through the challenge brick.
Okay.
And then somehow the refs overturned it, and it was crazy. And then somehow the guy gets choked unconscious. They decide that he's still good enough to continue wrestling. And then on top of that, he wins the match.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that makes no sense.
No,
So what was the argument? What did they say was the argument?
the argument was they made the argument that because it was a chokehold, they were saying that the move applied was illegal.
Okay.
So the pin shouldn't count. And the refs magically agreed.
It's kind of crazy.
What do you think, Teo?
I just don't think you should be able to overturn a pin regardless. You know, if he called it, that's it.
Exactly. I agree.
Like
I agree 100% too.
Like, did you even think that pins were even like challengeable?
No, I thought once you got pinned and like you shook hands, that was it.
Well, he couldn't shake hands. He couldn't get up off the mat. He was out like a light.
I guess that's a good point, but still.
Okay, so how did he go out? Let me catch that part again. How did he go out?
He went out like in the middle of it, in the middle of getting put to his back.
Okay, so he was doing some kind of roll. In the process of the roll, he choked him unconscious.
Basically,
Okay.
like literally, like as he was going to his back, he went out. But to me, it still looked like he was trying to fight the pin, and then he went out. So I thought he was already on his back.
Okay,
before he went out, from what I saw, like when I was watching.
Okay, so the thing is, but the ref never stopped the action beforehand, so you can't stop it if the ref didn't catch it. So why they overturn
And that's the
it?
thing. There's 3 refs in freestyle. There's not just one. There's 3,
Yeah.
and none of them stopped it. None of them called it illegal. 2 guys, they all confirmed the pin, which is the whole point of having 3 refs, right, Dale?
Yeah. 3 refs, like you gotta 100% call him getting choked out before you call a pin.
So they questioned it because he didn't get up, but the pin was good while it was happening. But since he didn't move, that's when they called it.
Yeah. I feel like his coaches threw the brick on a women of prayer.
Okay.
And the refs decided that we'll answer your prayers tonight.
But no one called it. You didn't hear it from the commentators. You didn't hear it from the judges. Nobody called it.
Nope. I mean, when I was watching it, I didn't catch it.
I got you.
I was like, he got pinned. I was like, holy shit, Mason Parris just got stuck. That's crazy.
I got you.
And then they overturned it, and I was like, this is even crazier. What the hell is going on right now? I was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Look, it was a bailout.
Yeah, exactly. Bailout. So they better hope Wyatt Hendrickson wins at Final X, because I don't think you want Mason Parris on the world team after that.
I don't know. It also could have been a fluke because he did beat him after he got choked out. So I mean,
It's a valid point.
Okay, so they restarted it after he came to.
Yep. So they called it. They said it was 2-2. So when he came to, they restarted the match at 2-2, and I think the match ended up being 14-11 when it was all said and done.
So he got choked out and then he got out wrestled.
Yeah, he got choked out, and then he won the match.
Oh no, he won the match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got choked out. So first of all, that's another thing, right? Me I was reffing on a tournament last year, and I watched a kid get choked out. And then when he came back too, I looked at his coach. I'm like, I'm not letting him wrestle the rest of this match. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not doing that.
they're grown. I mean, in UFC, you get put to sleep. That's the match right there.
Yeah, but in UFC, that's part of the game, right?
Okay, so here's the question I got. So did Mason got choked out, not the other guy?
Correct.
All right. So Mason came to, and his faculties were so on point, he was still able to win the match.
Yes, apparently.
All right, well then he's a superhero.
So
That would make no sense.
The way I could liken this to like a UFC thing a dude getting knocked out on an illegal kick or punch on the ground, right? Comes to, they ask him if he's good, and he goes, yeah, and they let him keep fighting, and he somehow knocks the other motherfucker out later in the match.
Well, a blood choke is different than a concussion knockout where somebody cracks you and you go unconscious. So I think
know,
that's
I
a
know
blood.
that.
Yeah, blood choke is just blood to the brain or whatever. And once that blood goes back, you're normal. So I get it.
I know that. I'm just trying to give you like a similar scenario.
Yeah.
Like due to something being a legal move, and then they somehow give the other guy a choice if he wants to keep fighting. Like in UFC, if you're on your knees and someone kicks you in the forehead and knocks you out with an illegal move, they're not going to sit here and go, after you come to and you get your senses back, hey, you want to keep going, bro?
Yeah,
That's kind of like what getting choked out in wrestling is.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Like normally they just end the match and go, you did an illegal move, you're disqualified. So like to me, if it truly was an illegal choke, the match should have ended right there on the review. They should have given Parris a win by DQ and moved on. I don't think they should have continued wrestling either way. Either it was a pin or DQ.
Or they call the illegal move before he gets pinned and just give him a legal point.
Yeah, there you go.
Which is what I think they did, honestly. Because they overturned the pin, which means they had to say, and they took 2 points off the board from.
I'm saying that's probably how they treated it because I don't know, they didn't stop it. They didn't stop. Like when somebody gets thrown over their head, it's immediately stopped. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
they
you're
let
right.
him. They let him squeeze him long enough to the point where he went unconscious. So I don't think they really thought it was that illegal of a move until the review.
Yeah, I think you're right because once they overturned the pin, they also took the 2 points for the exposure away from the other guy too, and started the match back basically to where before the choke happened.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's just another interesting story for Mason Parris to talk about.
So, yeah, so that was basically. I thought it was kind of wild that they didn't only overturn the pin; they let him keep wrestling. I thought that was kind of crazy.
Yeah. All right, hey, Chris. Guess what, man?
What's
I can
up?
see why our delay is so long on Facebook. Bobby is still on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, he just went off now.
Y'all gotta get that.
No, he's been off on Kick for a while.
Yeah, exactly. So we got huge buffering online.
Sure, we need to just start using Zoom, bro. Call it a day.
And guess what? You're fired.
Yeah.
You had the fastest career in podcast I've ever seen.
Well,
here one day, gone tomorrow.
It was an honor. You guys can rehire me once you guys figure out you can't figure out how to cut the delay.
Well. By the time we come back, we're gonna have rules. So you're not gonna be allowed to have that little sissy ass mustache you got. So we're gonna have a grooming.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a grooming standard.
And that grooming standard is going to involve hair on the top of your head too. That's hairline below. Like a certain like that forehead is crazy, bro. That forehead is the biggest part of your head, bro.
Hey, it's called a man head. You get there one day.
Like
Maybe
Ninja
not,
Turtle.
but you give it a shot.
Raphael, you're about to get mad at me, bro. What about the nunchucks?
See this what a man look like. You don't kind of know what this looks like in your house, but this is what a man look like.
Yeah,
Michelangelo had the nunchucks.
All the
first
Ninja
off.
Turtles look the same. He looked like one of them.
Yeah, me and you need to reconnect. I think we need to have a grown man conversation. Talking all that shit.
He feels safe with a computer between us.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
Hey,
do.
bro,
But I'm more scared of your girl than I am you. She seems to
That's
like you.
fine.
She might slit my throat.
I'm more scared of my girl. I'm scared of you too. So there you go. take you on any day before her.
That's a smart man.
Don't worry. I'm gonna put your money where your mouth is real soon, punk.
Yeah.
I got
I
got 100 and some odd pounds on you. Don't worry, I ain't worried about shit.
You might have more than 100 and some odd. You a little guy.
Hey, how many pounds at once can your knee take?
Hey, you got to get to it. That's all that matter.
I know.
I'm slow, but I ain't that slow. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Anyways, we got a lot of raft connections here at World Team Trials last week.
Hold on. Ralph, here you go.
Yeah. How about Austin DeSanto getting tech-falled 14-4 by Seidel?
Hey, Seidel's legit though. He was beating Forrest earlier in the year too, and then Forrest came back on him.
So I got a question for Teo, because Teo's a different demographic than us, right? He's younger. He's a wrestler, right? What do you think about that? DeSanto has the RAF belt, and he goes out there and gets smoked by Seidel at World Team Trials. What does that make you think about, like a RAF championship belt?
Yeah, can he still say that he's a RAF champion after just getting smoked?
I mean, bro, it's wrestling. It's freestyle at that.
Well, so is RAF.
No, but I'm saying, like, in freestyle, anything can happen. So, I mean, DeSanto might be a false champion, but they're not, unless they're going to go out and sign Seidel or sign somebody like Forrest to come and beat him, then he's going to be the champion until then.
So how can you get on the mic? How can you get on the mic and go, I'm the RAF champion, where the rest of the world knows you just lost? How can you say that when you just lost?
Shit, I don't know. I'm not DeSanto. I'm not a fraud. He's always been like this.
Out the mouth of the youth, he said, I'm not a fraud.
Well, hey, we all used to love DeSanto. Don't get me wrong, but there's that picture of him getting like fixed, like, you know what I'm talking about, when he got the double boots on him. He like was pulling his head and it looked like he was giving him back shots. Like, yeah. DeSanto's always been on fraud watch. So I mean,
should RAF sign like Seidel and Forrest for their bantamweight division to really jack that? Really, they already signed Davino, and we saw what happened with Davino at World Team Trials, right?
I think Davino would beat DeSanto, honestly. I don't even think they would need to go get Forrest. I think Davino's already on that level.
Well, let's say, so bantamweight, right? They just signed, is it Higuchi, the Olympic champ, at 25 and a half, the one that beats Lee at the Olympics.
They signed him?
Yeah. So you got him. Can you imagine a weight class with him, Lee, Seidel, Marcus Blaze, Jax Forrest, Davino at RAF? With that weight class,
yeah,
and all them guys, right? Would that not make bantamweight like the most legit weight class at RAF behind light heavyweight?
Yeah, I would say the lightweight there would probably be just as competitive and like high level of technique as like probably just watching lightweight UFC. I mean, those are like some of the best guys you're gonna get.
Okay.
The only way you're gonna get better guys is by recruiting from other nations, like maybe getting Ono in there from Japan or getting other Russian fucks, you know.
Goated said must be this people's with belt. Don't even must be the people's champ with the belt because he don't deserve it.
That's funny. That's a good one.
Nice goated. That's true. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm kind of leading into. Like because like I said, RAF just signed Davino. They just signed the 3 Japanese wrestlers, one of which is the Olympic champion at bantamweight. Mm-hmm. I can't remember his name at the moment. All the Japanese names kind of like run together, right?
I'll say that online.
I said run together. I didn't say they all look the same, dude. And, so, you know, you got to So your other RAF signee. So not only did DeSanto get tech, NATO lost too. So NATO's in RAF. He didn't make it.
Yeah.
It's kind of old though too. Nathan Tomasello's been in the game for a while now. I mean,
Right. I'm just saying that both the guys who have held the RAF belt that weight class are not going to go represent Team USA at the World Championships.
yeah.
So, like, that's kind of a problem. But then you got 4 dudes that are 19 or 20 years old. They got 3 more years of college wrestling left. You went and signed one of them in Davino, and Davino's probably, the second or third best one in that group.
I mean, I say it's him and Forrest pretty. Like, I mean, any of those top 5 guys who get him the run for his money, like even top 8. But I don't know.
I'm just saying, bantamweight could be like one of the deepest weight classes in RAF. They go out and stick these guys up.
Well, that's the thing. They're gonna have to, because your promos are gonna suck. Your interviews are gonna suck, because you got a guy with the belt who just lost saying, "Hey, who wants this belt?" And then that guy who just beat him calls in and go, "I just beat your ass last week." You know what I'm saying? So it makes it hard to hold that conversation after that point. You know what I mean? Because that guy can always go on social media, go, "I just beat him." What are you talking about? I just beat him.
Belt can be on the line then. Put the belt on the line next draft.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Take it away
saying. There you go,
take it away.
Teo. Talking that big man shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
About.
That's what's tough about wrestling. These guys compete so much outside of RAF that, like, these champs are putting their reputations on the line way more than like a UFC champ. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
the only thing is, if it's like the UFC, where you make more money with the belt, you know what I'm saying, and you're now getting beat outside of RAF, I mean, you run the risk of maybe getting that belt stripped. Say you go out there and you lose twice in a row, like Lee was doing outside of RAF, you know, but he didn't have the belt, so it didn't really matter. But you got to question: do you want to keep this belt on him? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, on the flip side, right? Derek Carr lost at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, comes back.
David Carr?
Yeah, wins. What did I say?
Derek Carr? Derek?
No,
This is
sorry.
Raiders?
David Carr goes out there and loses at the U.S. Open twice. Loses twice. Comes back at World Team Trials and wins, and doesn't only just win, he beats like probably the next high school phenom in Jaden James in the finals at World Team Trials.
Isn't he like 17, 18?
Yeah, he's like 17 years old, but that's not the point. The point is he's like the next superstar.
So how would you rank those wins as far as the quality of competition?
David Carr had some big wins at World Team Trials. Like,
Yeah.
against guys, like, I'll be honest with you right now. The U.S. Open bracket he had and the World Team Trials bracket he had is better than anything he'll see in RAF right now at his weight class.
Wow.
And it's not even a question. It's not even close.
But the thing is,
Because there's nobody.
he still hasn't got tested in RAF yet. So now they're gonna have to test him.
Well, the only dude in RAF in his weight class he's going to see at Final X in James Green.
Oh, okay.
That's the only other dude in the weight class.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay, we got to get that fixed. Okay, that kind of sucks.
I mean, they're fixing lightweight right now. With speaking of lightweight, RAF's starting to fix that because they're bringing in Zane Rutherford, who went out there and absolutely blitzkrieged World Team Trials and beat everybody. He had a close match in the finals. It was like 2-1, I think. But he beat legit dudes. Like, I had questions if Zane still had it because it'd been a while.
Yeah.
And he went out there and showed, okay, Zane could put the RAF belt on. He really could. He could beat Jordan Oliver.
Mm. What you think, Teo? You think he could beat Oliver? Teo?
So I mean, that's like
What?
You didn't hear what I said?
no, it froze for a second.
Yeah.
I said, do you think he could beat Oliver?
Who, Carr?
What
Oh,
Chris was saying?
Yeah, I think Rutherford. Honestly, they have had close matches in the past, especially at like Beat the Streets. Like they already have history, and I don't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head who won last time, but I'm pretty sure Oliver did. So I mean, but they're both getting. Oliver's still getting up there a little bit in age, and Rutherford's showing like he's peaking. So I honestly think Rutherford could take him out, or at least.
and if anyone remembers, Rutherford and Yanni had epic back and forth matches for a few years. Like they were some of the most exciting matches to see at World Team Trials and Final X and all those matches. Like they were crazy matches.
Yanni's been kind of quiet lately too, huh?
Well, he probably has a career-ending injury, so
Yeah.
So that's what happened. That was Johnny who hasn't competed since RAF 1, right?
yeah, that's why the belt's open. They stripped his
Okay.
belt.
Okay.
He's probably done wrestling for his career, to be honest. It's probably a wrap.
I mean, even when he was in college, when he won his first title, he had like he had like a torn ACL or something. Like he was going through it.
Didn't one year he have both his ACLs torn?
I think that was Spencer.
That was
Lee.
Spencer Lee, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. I still kind of call kind of BS on that. I feel like you wouldn't be able to walk if both of them were completely torn.
Hey, braces do magical things, bud. Yeah, so World Team Trials was super entertaining because there's so many storylines building up to Final X now, and there's going to be so much RAF crossovers now at the Final X finals with dudes in the same weight classes, belt holders versus non-belt holders in their weight class. But there's going to be a lot of things RAF has to think about after Final X does what it does.
Well, you know, Chris be talking that shit's tail. Who would you want to see in RAF? Let me see if your picks match up to Chris's bullshit picks. Who would you want to see in RAF?
Which weight classes, like specifically,
Pick
does it
one.
matter?
Pick one. You tell me.
I mean, in the lighter weights, it would be kind of nice for them to stop. I want them to stop like I mean, the UFC fighters are good for like promos, like, but they're not good at wrestling, you know. So they're not very entertaining, and it's just kind of for fun. So I want to see a little more like actual like wrestlers, like probably even some of the younger guys, just because they get a lot of followers and like because my generation is going to be the generation that's going to end up that's going to continue watching this, you know, like.
So, all right, let you come back. So you think RAF don't need MMA fighters? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying you can for like promotional matches, like not for a belt or anything. Like just have them fight for fun, like the the YouTube or the Netflix fight, Nate Diaz versus
Perry.
Who does the last fight?
Perry.
Perry. That's what I'm saying. Like just do it for fun, just to bring more viewers because everybody loves those guys, you know. But I'm not gonna lie. Every time I watch like people like Armin wrestle, I'm just like these dudes suck. I'm like the influencers. I'm like. It's fun, like Mugsby. He's pretty like funny guy, but he's not that good at wrestling. I'm gonna be real.
So do you think today's wrestlers can sell RAF to the level they are now without MMA? Because that's the argument me and Chris go in now. Wrestlers are good at selling themselves. They're not good at promotion. They're not good at marketing. They're not good at branding. All they do is wrestle. They can't sell themselves. So do you think they can still do the same? RAF could do the same numbers with just pure wrestling?
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it would be good to have some UFC or MMA, just like for promotional, and because everybody just likes to watch it. It's entertaining to see it every now and then. But I just don't think they should put more than like maybe 2 fights like that on the card.
Well, MMA is at the top of the card. What are you talking about? They're at the top of the card.
Not this time.
Yeah, not this time. Finally.
They got Bobby Steveson at the top of the card this time.
Another MMA guy.
As long as they're not wrestling, man, keep them off the top of the card. I just don't like watching non-wrestlers try to like wrestle for the real American championships. It's just like
I think I think what he's saying is the UFC fighters are good for growing the numbers, but having them wrestle for belts delegitimizes the belt. I think that's what he's actually saying.
I mean, yeah, I do get that. I can tell. I can agree. I can agree with you on that because MMA fighters don't need the belt to be popular. They don't need
Yeah,
the belt to make
exactly.
money. So I agree with you on that.
And there's probably three wrestlers in RAF right now that could headline RAF, and it would do great numbers.
Who?
I mean, you got Gable, Bo Bassett, and Kyle Snyder. And, 4, I guess, because Sajulayev.
Like, even if they wanted to get Bo Nickel back in there, I feel like that would be a good idea. I mean, he's still.
Nope. Fuck
You
Bo.
don't think so?
Nope.
What's wrong with Bo?
Because like I said, Bo
Wouldn't wrestle.
burnt all his bridges, so we don't see him like that anymore. The fans
Really?
don't see him like that anymore. When was the last time you heard somebody on social media go, "I can't wait to see Bo"? Who? When? Where? Nobody. He's dead in the water. Nobody's talking about him. That's the problem he has right now. No one's talking about him.
Yeah, I don't think he's that good at UFC yet, but
Well,
I feel like he'd be a good wrestler still, you know?
I guess what really come down to is Bo's going to have to absolutely obliterate the dude he's fighting on the White House card. He's going to have to kill him.
Not only that, he's gonna have to cut a promo
Hell of a
so
promo.
good that everybody goes, "Shit, okay, I got to see what he's talking about." Right?
Yeah, he's got to say a cuss word. He's going to have to actually say a cuss word. I
He
think.
might.
The UFC's using AI for their promos nowadays, though.
Yeah, it's getting kind of ugly. We gotta. It's getting kind of. Yeah, it's getting bad. It's getting bad.
They're just running out. They're running out of stars. That's the problem.
Dana's just cheap.
No, Dana don't run shit no more. They don't made that into a legit corporation. It is a corporation now. They're like, what's the bottom line? How do we get the most profits for our shareholders without paying these fighters and without putting big names on? That's why it took so long for Conor McGregor to get back. They probably been in negotiations for numbers. Conor McGregor go, "I'm the man. You're gonna pay me." And they're like, "No, we can't pay you." So it took forever to get back. And look at John Jones. John Jones wants out. He goes, "I want out." MVP is paying right now. He goes,
Yep.
"I want out of the UFC."
Well, TKO is killing it. Is not in a good way. I mean, killing
Yeah.
it like making it die.
Yeah. And the thing about it, with all this Saudi money, they can probably sell the UFC to the Saudis right now and make billions and be over and done with it. Just be over and done with it. Sell it
That
off
shit
and be over and done with it.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah,
They're not going to do that.
Yeah, because it's American sport. But like I said, you heard what Dave Chappelle said. He said the Saudis are in so many businesses in the States, Netflix, a lot of these other movie promotions. They're everywhere. So nothing new.
You know who else is everywhere?
Nope.
We can't talk about that here.
You mean
No.
Teo got adult language? Is that what you just said?
He has a filter. Turns out.
Oh, Teo no cuss words? Wow. I guess he ain't the little boy I used to know with them tight ass wrestling draws he used to wear.
Shasta would beat you then too.
All right. Don't worry, you'll have to prove it real soon. I'll cut weight just to fight you.
You can even make it a video. Coach D gets low singled. We'll even put it in slow mo so you can watch the technique.
Chris, he trying to call me Romero. He's saying I can't go low. Hey, I got something left in the tank, brother. You'll find out. I got that man strength.
You're gonna give everything you got left in the tank.
Hey, I always keep one in the chamber. That's the name of the game. Anyway, go ahead, Chris. If I cuss Teo out, a little bastard.
So, what did you think? Did you watch the Netflix fight at all?
Yeah, I watched some of them.
What'd you think?
It was Actually, I got to be honest. It was pretty good. It was a solid card. I'm not gonna say it's all the way UFC level, but it was a solid card for their first one. They had
So you
enough
saw
star power. They had enough good fighters on there to put on a couple of good matches. All of them weren't good, but a couple of good matches.
so you saw my post that night. I was like, do you think they got the bones, the foundation at which they could eventually compete with UFC?
Well, there's two ways to look at it. Two ways to look at it. They can't compete with the UFC because the UFC has all the top tier contracts on lock. So anybody they're going to be able to get is anybody who's out of the UFC, who are kind of way past their prime, and all they have is name recognition. I didn't even know Nate Diaz was 41.
Bro, that motherfucker old as hell.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
my
I was
age,
like,
dude.
holy shit! I'm surprised he ain't died.
Yeah, he's my age.
I was
I
like,
can barely
okay,
get
all right, okay. So I have to put him.
UFC.
I have to put him out the pasture. I didn't know he was that old. He got to go.
Yeah.
He got to go.
I posted the silver lining of the Netflix event was it made Gina Carino lose 100 pounds.
Do you know right now? I'm probably guessing all these weight loss bullshit products are in her inbox right now. Going, we'll pay you millions to say you lost it with us. Do you know how hard it is to lose that much weight and still function?
Well, she had months to do it.
Yeah, true that. But the
Those
fact she
girls
did it
don't
because
know how to
she was fat as fuck before the fight was made.
That's what
She
I'm
was
saying.
fat as fuck.
And to be honest, like it is easier for women to lose it healthier than men. Men can lose it quicker, but women can lose more healthier than men can.
Well, first of all, women are holding way more body fat than men are. So by the time you get to muscle, it's a lot of weight loss. Guys lose muscle way quicker before they get to body fat because we're never really holding that much body fat on average. On average, if you're an athlete, you're not holding that much body fat. So
Yeah, that's why I mean like the body composition, they can lose a lot of weight like that and put muscle on at the same time easier than men can.
now the only downside about that is she was so goddamn light. Ronda flipped her around and beat her ass in 17 seconds. She should have kept some of that weight.
I think that was actually, to be honest, I went to bed before that fight because I was getting kind of bored,
Yeah.
and I'm glad I did because the intro between the two fights would have taken longer than I wanted to deal with. Plus, I had drank a 12-pack of real American beer up to that point, and it was time for night-night.
Wow, I hear you. Now the thing is I'm trying to find out the real numbers because you know propaganda. Everybody's trying to say they did this, they did that. One post saying they did huge numbers, the highest ever did. Some saying they lost a whole bunch of money. So you don't know what's what, but they're already on their second. They're talking about doing their second card. So
To be fair, they could have gotten good numbers and still lost a shit ton of money because they
Well-
probably overpaid. They probably overpaid like a motherfucker to get all those guys to come do it.
Netflix losing money? That doesn't happen.
oh no, they way overpaid. But the thing of the matter is, if their numbers were good, you could sell numbers.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They
will
might
buy
have
numbers.
taken. They probably purposefully took a loss on the first one to see if they could get numbers.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Netflix didn't take a loss. They make waste too much money off of everybody.
Yeah.
That's why they started implementing ads that paid for the UFC fight.
Because what they paid Ronda, if that number is true, which I don't know, I was like, shit, she got paid.
They could have lost money just off how much they paid her, dude.
Yeah, no shit. And the thing about it's genius because now everybody wants in. Every fighter who's making nothing at the UFC wants in now. So they're calling. I guarantee Jake Paul's phone is ringing off the fucking hook, trying to figure out a way to get in. Let's look at John Jones. He's like, I want the fucking out of the UFC now.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't that impressed with the card, to be honest. Like I was watching it and I was kind of like, meh.
But like I said,
Even the production was like, meh.
yeah. I mean, think about it. Let's be real. Who can really afford a good card right now? Who can really afford a top tier packed, star packed card right now? Who?
The Saudis,
Elon Musk.
Yeah, well, yeah. But look what you said. You said the Saudis and Musk. That's how high you had to go to get somebody who
Amazon
can afford a
Prime.
good card.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah. So, because right now, as soon as Connor comes back, the rest of the card is going to be trash. He's fighting Max Holloway. The rest of the card going to be hot garbage. Watch.
The rest of that card actually looked pretty good. They already announced it.
Oh,
Holloway.
okay. I got to check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pull up that card real quick.
I got to check it out.
The McGregor Holloway card. It's actually, I thought the card was actually pretty good.
Yeah, but the DC card that they have for the next UFC looks legendary.
Yeah, the White House card's great.
Yeah, they're fighting at 329.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pull up the 329 card.
When the fuck did it? When did Conor McGregor? I didn't think Conor McGregor was actually come back.
Yeah, it's you got McGregor Holloway. You got Saint Denis versus Pimblett.
Okay, yeah. I think I did see that card. My bad. I did see it.
And Gable Stevenson makes his debut. That card.
Makes his debut. Yep, I did see that.
That's a pretty good card, honestly.
I think
Especially-
You got Robert Whitaker on the prelims.
Yeah, Whitaker's on the prelims.
You got Tracy Cortez. I'm just kidding. Odie Osborne.
Cody Garbrandt's on the prelims.
Damn.
That's a pretty good card, dude.
How the fuck?
Yeah, I'll make some money off of
Especially
this card.
especially for being after the White House card. That's a solid. That's the first back-to-back solid cards for UFC in a while.
This card was good.
No. You're right, man. Okay, maybe I didn't see the whole card then. No, this is not bad.
What UFC was the one we just watched?
Oh, UFC 320. Yeah, so UFC's about to put three good cards together in a row for the first time in like 5 years.
Ever, yeah. Corey Sandhagen versus Marrero. That's gonna be a good one.
Because
Damn, this
327
card is
was
pretty
kind
good.
of 327 was kind of ass.
I take that back. This card is pretty good. My bad.
Yeah, that's good. Even the prelims are good on that one.
Oh, let me get to the prelims. Let me see.
Yeah, 329 will be solid, dude. It's worth watching.
Yeah, you got Whitaker.
In the
Maybe it's
prelims, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep,
My
Garbrandt.
bad.
I'm not a big fan of defending the UFC all the time, but that's a pretty good card.
Yeah.
This
I got
last card was good too.
I take that
Yeah,
back. My bad. That's a
Yeah,
good
so
card.
328, the White House card, and 329. That's a pretty solid 3 cards in a row
Yeah.
for UFC. Actually, they actually did something right 3 times in a row for once.
Now the question I would have to ask is, are they getting paid? I hope they're getting paid.
I still think Sean Strickland fucking got lucky as fuck.
Yeah, I think he didn't win. I didn't think he won.
He only got more significant strikes, but on percentage wise, he landed less percentage wise hits than Chimaev, and Chimaev had 9 takedowns.
And
Extra minutes of control time. Like Strickland had Chimaev on his back once.
You know how much 3 minutes is?
And when he got him on his back, he couldn't get up. He was on his back the rest of the period. Strickland got up every single time.
well, the thing is, Hamzat went to his back. He wasn't taken to his back.
Because he got rocked on his way to it.
He didn't get rocked at all through the whole fight.
Bullshit.
He did not.
Bullshit.
He did not.
He got his knees buckled one time in that fight, and it changed the whole fight.
His knees are not buckled.
Bullshit.
His knees are not buckled.
Bullshit.
If
see it.
you saying that changed the direction of the fight, he would not have stayed in the pocket with Strickland. He was in the pocket the whole fight.
And he was pressuring.
I'm not the
Strickland
one
The
the
whole
entire
time.
Strickland was backing up, just throwing in little jabs.
Everyone
the entire fight.
everyone who analyzed that fight said that punch, you could see Chimaev immediately stop what he was doing because he got fucking popped.
No.
If he got rocked to he changed the direction of the fight, he would not have been in the pocket the rest of the round. That's just come on now.
No, because I'm saying from that moment on, Strickland was able to defend
Nope.
most of the
He
takedowns.
still
after
got
that.
more takedowns. That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
give a shit. I don't give a fuck if you get 40 takedowns. If you don't cause any damage while you're on top of that motherfucker, you don't attempt a single fucking submission, I don't give a fuck how many takedowns you get. You
Okay.
gotta do something.
You have to look at it ain't it's the ability to take your fighter down that
He
scores
grounded
the
pounded him.
points. Is
No, he didn't.
any fighter who can change the direction of the fight gets the point. If the fighter can't change the direction of the fight, it doesn't score as hard. Even though Strickland had a jab, it didn't change the direction of the fight. Hamzat still kept going forward and landing harder shots.
Strickland landed more significant strikes through the whole fight.
He
because you know
he
why?
landed
You know
more
why?
shots that it didn't change the direction of the fight.
Sean Strickland threw 312 punches and only 123 of them were significant strikes.
That's what they go on. They go, who changed the direction of the fight? Hamzat. Who was the aggressor? Hamzat. Who made the fight happen? Hamzat. Sean did not make the fight happen. Hamzat was the aggressor to make the fight happen. That's the main point of why he should have won.
The point is, Sean Strickland doesn't get that many significant strikes if Chimaev wasn't pressuring him the
He
entire
probably
time.
gets more if he had both functional arms.
Or Hamzat could have definitely got a submission if he didn't lose 45 pounds to make the weight. In many ways you can spin it. There's many ways you can spin it.
We just lost our kick stream.
No, it is back on.
Okay, it went off for a second, I guess.
It was buffering for a second.
All right, cool.
So there's many ways you can spin it, man. Many ways. Bottom line, the same adage goes: to be the man, you have to clearly beat the man. Sean didn't clearly beat Hamzat, so Hamzat should have kept the belt based off that. How many times it goes to the judges, and the belt holder keeps the belt because the challenger didn't take the belt from him.
I think
Sean
if you're the
did
man,
not take the belt from Hamzat. He was
I
given
think
the
if
belt.
you're
given the
man,
belt.
if you're the man, the fight shouldn't be close to begin with.
Well, we're not saying Sean is soft.
Logic.
We've seen it every time.
This isn't baseball, dude. Ties don't go to the runner. This ain't fucking baseball.
No, it's not going to be a tie on the belt level, Teo. But the thing of the matter is, the judges gave it to the guy who they felt would be more active. Hamzat is not that active when it comes to holding the belt, so they wasn't going to let him keep it no way. The moment it went to the judges, he would have lost the belt anyway.
That's true because Strickland will fight anybody at any point. He doesn't give a shit.
And that's what they wanted. But it's not because Sean beat him.
And to be fair,
He was given the belt.
Chimaev's probably lucky that Strickland didn't have both his arms fully functional.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
No, he didn't.
Oh no!
he didn't.
Or we could say Sean was lucky. Hamzat had to cut 45 pounds. If he'd have been on weight regular, it probably been worse.
Well, that's Chimaev being a dumbass.
Okay, well there you go.
But being a dumbass versus
Say it again.
Strickland. Strickland said it out of his own mouth. He goes, a week before the fight, he separated his right shoulder in training. So his power arm was like semi-functional that entire fight. That's why he was throwing left jabs the whole fight.
So like I said, even that means
They gave him
he
the
really
win.
shouldn't have won. Means he didn't throw no power shots. So you mean to tell me a man won with just a jab? Who is he, Muhammad Ali?
I mean, compared
Come
to
on
the way
now.
Chimaev strikes, apparently.
If I told you, if you never saw the
He
fight,
landed 30 more, 20,
Chris.
25 more significant strikes.
Chris, if I told you, if you didn't see the fight, and I told you Sean out-jabbed Hamzat and won it, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here. You wouldn't buy that shit.
if you would tell me that every single jab Strickland threw, Khamzat couldn't stop it.
That wasn't the case. Teo just told you that wasn't the case.
You think you're telling me he caught 123 jabs to the face and was able to keep moving forward?
I bet you 115 of those punches were jabs.
But I'm saying, you think that if they were doing damage, Khamzat would have just been, Chimaev would have just kept running.
Chimaev's face was red as fuck by the end.
So was Sean Strickland's.
Yeah,
and
but
Sean Strickland got taken down 9 fucking times.
We all know Sean's a bleeder anyway. You can barely touch him.
He's got Sean's meat in his mouth so far deep. So far gone.
Speaking of meat, just see how fucking gigantic PDP looks.
Hey Teo, I'm telling you right now, your dad really loves you. If you think you're gonna say I take meat in my mouth live, I will beat your ass on live podcast.
Hey, if you defending somebody as hard as he is, bro, I might have to.
Look, I have to because I picked him to win. I have to because I'm the only motherfucker here that picked him to win. So I get to talk a little. Shit.
No, you did pick him to win, but he didn't win. He didn't win. They gave him the belt. They gave him the belt.
Did the judges say he won?
Everybody else who's talking about the fight are now saying Khamzat won. They're saying it now. If nobody was saying it, I would have 100% agreed with you, but they're not saying it. They're not saying it. They said after watching it again, Khamzat won. They're saying it now.
If I put money on it, did I get paid? Then he won. I got more money in my bank account because I put my money where my mouth was. So I don't want to hear it.
You didn't even place a bet. I actually placed a bet, and the only one I missed was because of Chimaev.
Yeah, because you didn't listen to your dad because you're an idiot.
No, because if I would have listened to you, you'd have said pick Tyro. No, I knew Van was going to rock that little Asian.
Regardless.
I ain't gonna lie. I'd have said Teo too, man. So you'd have been the only one picking Vaughn. So you'd have been right. We'd have been wrong.
I don't know why Tyro has good takedowns, but Van, the only reason Van even got a championship shot was because his boxing is that much better than everybody else's.
No, I didn't know Van had a ground game. I had no clue. No clue.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't need it because he was fucking rocking Tiara.
No, he held his own in the first couple of rounds before he got rocked. He was still nullifying.
No, but I'm saying, even through every round, like if a punch landed from Van, if Tiara was not enjoying it.
I'm saying Tiara got the first takedown, and then once Van got up to his feet, he immediately started piecing him up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, I know Tiara was going, holy shit, he beating my ass.
I mean, maybe Van can beat Pantoja.
I think Van takes Pantoja again. I think Pantoja's getting old.
I mean, that's going to be the next fight.
Well, now that we've seen Van dismantle somebody who has a pace, who has a gas tank, and is pretty tough as nails to keep fighting. Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with you, Teo. I don't think a fast-paced fight can handle it. I think Van gonna win.
Now, to be fair, Pantoja until he broke his arm.
That was 30 seconds into the fight. You did say
I'm just saying.
There was no fight.
Until that moment, Pantoja was running through everyone in that weight division.
Oh, no doubt. But
Van also is the youngest. He's 24 years. He just got into the division, literally last year.
Yeah.
And he finally got a real title shot against this year.
So a man with that young a tank, brand new body, and hits like that, that's a tall order for a lot of fighters. Like
Pantoja's the GOAT, don't get me wrong. He's like that lightweight, 5-time, 4-time, 5-time champ. But every dog has his day, man.
Yeah. Changing of the guard has to happen at some point. So
I just want to see the fight where neither one of them gets hurt so they can actually fight. Because now, honestly, now that Van's won, the best thing that could have happened for both of them, if you want to talk about getting paid and pure numbers, is Pantoja getting hurt the first time.
Yeah.
Because now the fight's bigger.
Yeah, Van had to win this fight the way that he did. If it would have been a boring fight, no one would call him a champion. He had to beat
Even
that ass, and he did. Now everybody can say he's a champion.
I'm saying, but I'm saying even if it was a good fight, if that fight would have gone 5 rounds, people would still have questions.
Yeah, exactly.
But that fight debatably without if the ref, because I feel like the ref stopped it the second time way less than he could have stopped it earlier in the fight. You know?
I would have stopped at the first knockdown compared to the second one. But
Yeah,
then,
I felt like that first one he was
I
unconscious.
thought when the ref stopped it, it was a bad stop. He should have stopped it on the first one.
yeah, the first one he should have stopped it. Now the second one, he really wasn't defending himself. He was just eating a lot of shots without defending himself. So that's kind of close to being stopped too, because he wasn't really defending himself. He was just taking shot after shot after shot. So
But I'm just saying he went limp that first one.
Yeah,
like,
he
completely.
He was
limp.
still, at least the second time, he was still coherent.
yeah,
And he was still trying to move out the way and run away from it.
yeah. You're right.
The first time, he looked like he was a sack of potatoes, and he somehow popped back up. I don't know how, but
His
he did.
freaking ancestors that committed seppuku came out of him, bro.
Teo got jokes, man. All right.
Yeah, he's got some one-liners. I like it.
Hey, little sneaky bastard. He's sneaking them shits in. Anyway.
Well, that's probably when you guys watching your old head. You gotta get some entertainment.
I think that's all we wanted to cover tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, we basically knocked it out.
All right, good talk.
Tail,
All right, now, Teo, go drink some more milk so you can soothe your stomach, you little weak ass constitution. drinking buttermilk.
Oh, I was gonna say something to you, but I'll wait till I see you for that.
Yeah, please do. Oh, don't worry, I'll see you in Wisconsin. Don't worry, we're gonna have plenty of time to talk.
We're going to that lake party. You'll see him at the lake party, buddy.
Yeah,
I'll
that
put you in.
water is just deep enough for me to drown you completely.
He was already saying he said he's already told you he'll drown you.
This black boy can swim. That's gonna be a different story.
But you also dense.
Hey.
Hey, I'm gonna take you to deep waters, brother.
Hey, I'm going to clip that just for that. Well done, Teo. I'm going to clip it. I'm going to put that shit out. That was good. I'll give you that. That was a good one. Not bad, son. Not bad. All right, Chris, bring us home, man. Bring us home.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode tonight. Thanks to Bobby for showing up and doing an interview with us. We appreciate it. We'll see you next week, Bobby.
All right, we'll fix whatever.
It might be a different day next week.
Yeah, you froze up, so I just jumped in. We'll fix whatever the hell's going on with this stream because I'm tired of this shit. So we'll fix it.
Next week, pay attention to the socials. We'll tell you what day we're doing the podcast because Thursday is usually a travel day, the week of raft. So
yeah,
we'll post something, let you guys know what day and time we're doing the podcast next week because it probably won't be Thursday.
Yeah, it'd be a different day. So it'd be earlier. All right, guys, hold it down. Thank Teo for showing up, talking that shit. And you might not see him after July, but so make sure you inbox him. Make sure you inbox and text him. Go tell him how much you love him, cause I'm about to smack the shit out of him when I see him.
Hey, you can hurt him, but you gotta keep him alive. I need grandbabies.
Hey, you gonna have some of the weak constitutionalist grandbabies you ever had in your life.
What's up with you using his constitution? What are you, fucking 90, bro?
It's the biggest word he knows.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's the biggest word he knows, all right? Just
all your grandkids gonna play chess.
How many syllables is that?
How many syllables is your mama?
2.
All right, man. I'll see you guys later, man. Let's get out of here. Peace out.
Yeah, later.